So thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. So my first question would be, as far as future Generali Life Insurance is concerned, how many policies have you acquired thus far, and how fast are you acquiring new policies with the help of digital?
As of now, in this current year, we have sourced 70,500 customers, and our average time taken to onboard customers is 15 to 20 minutes. It's onboarding just doesn't conclude the entire customer engagement. It's always about underwriting and post sales services. So underwriting, if it's STP, it takes same day or very next day. If it is a non-medical, normally it takes 3 days. Otherwise, on any medical cases, probably it takes 10 days as well. We are embarking upon a digital journey to ensure to reduce this time to 3 days. So we are having artificial intelligence as well as analytics aspects plugged into entire user journey to optimize these times.
Okay. And sir, what steps have been taken to basically transform the way the current operations happen in terms of, say, sales, and what are the results that you have achieved as of now?
So omni-channel is here. Every insurance talks about omni-channel. We have embarked upon a journey since last 1.5 years to ensure and digitize the entire customer onboarding and customer journey across assisted sales platform, whether it is agency, it is banker, or any digital online self-customers purchase model. So we have embarked upon the journey. We are ensured that every touch point where human touch points are envisaged is analyzed and defined a customer journey to simplify the customer expectations as well as customer communication and each touch point. And we defined an omni-channel platform which will support our assisted staff to onboard them into the company. That is on the new business side of it. After onboarding, they've been touch based by every touch point, every customer servicing touch points. That would be from the first touch point is basically giving the policy schedules to them, and then to have a renewal statements, or even between his birthdays, wishing them. All those touch points ensure that we are in touch with the customer, and that helps us to be very communicative and ensure, and this results into renewals next year as well.
Okay. And sir, about as far as the different ratios are concerned, so as you have already touched upon various initiatives that you are taking in the role of digital, so there are, from a life insurance perspective, there are ratios like persistency ratio or renewal ratio, the combined ratio. How have these initiatives impacted all these ratios?
So I won't be able to articulate the right combination of the numbers, but we taken a lot of customer communication initiatives, customer service initiatives, and onboarding of these customers across touch points. And any activity by my assisted sales or my customer servicing person is tracked, and customer intimacy or customer confirmation is taken across all touch points. This ensures the propensity to pay next time when a renewal happens. So it is very important for us to ensure the customer is touch based to have the renewal collection done on time.
Okay. And sir, about the back end, as far as the back end is concerned, life insurance space is all about managing the customer data and the customer privacy, and you have to manage this data for a longer period of time because of regulatory reasons. So your back end has to be very agile, very nimble, and very flexible, so that whatever changes that you make, they do not affect the entire infrastructure. So basically the availability part of the business has to be there. So the role of cloud technologies, the role of robotic process automation is very important. There are new technologies also coming as far as testing is concerned, like DevOps or DevSecOps. So, as far as your backend is concerned, if you can throw some light on what are the programs that you are doing on those lines.
So I'll talk three areas. One is people, second is the process areas and the technology. So we are hosted our policy administration clearly on our private data center. The rest all the workloads, whether it is from operational workload, whether it is customer touch points and even communication layers, we all transformed into a cloud, which is Microsoft Azure Cloud. And yet that is connected through our express route. Primary data center and my Azure data center is connected through express route. So the data stream layer is within my private cloud, periphery. So as far as the infrastructure is concerned, I am very much local and very much all customer data are protected, encrypted and written into the database. Second, when it comes to people, how people manage. So we have three categories of my people. One is people who are running the show. Second, people who are doing the software development life cycle. And third one is the DevOps. The DevOps was necessary and a new creation based on Gartner bimodal IT. We created these people to ensure and iterate and launch minimum viable innovative product to the market and test them, make it tested through the employees, see from customer perspective what's right, what's wrong, and then finally launch this product into the market. So this will ensure I have my MVP launching into the market very easily, very viably. So some of the examples of my MVPs which is going to mainstreams are Reva which ensures the customer service across all touch points is automated using NLP as well as AI platform. The complete API connects to my core system and interact and ensure the right communications, the right fund value and the real-time premium dues are being given. So this ensures the people part. The process, we have heavily invested in UiPath robotic automation process across every touch point of a human. Repetitive tasks are involved in. So each repetitive task we are automating, whether it is from after onboarding to even the bank, file management, when it comes to collections management and when the payout management. All these areas are managed using a very heavily human oriented task because there is an external service provider involved. So these areas we are using robotic platform to ensure a secured file transfer to the bank and vice versa, so that we have to ensure the customer's data is secured between the people who handles as well as the technology platform we exchange across.
And sir, on the technology part, so people, process and technology.
So technology part is, I started in the beginning, it was all about my hosting of entire technology layer is core insurance is in my primary data center, whereas my entire user layer where entire UI, UX as well as the service layers is hosted on the cloud. So the interactions between the cloud to my primary data center happens through an express route, direct, it's like private cloud between both of them.
And sir, as far as RPA is concerned, how many processes are RPA enabled now?
Right now it is 25 processes are already RPA enabled. It happens without a human touch, and now we are targeting this year in 2019 almost another 15 more, which encompass from end to end.
Okay, and any benefits in terms of numbers that you can share in terms of the man hours saved or then efficiency improved, cost reduced due to RPA of those 25 processes?
Sure. I'll take the group enrollment policy, corporate enrollment policies, as an example. We used to have 5 FTE handling that particular unit. Today it is managed by 2 FTE. So it's just one process rollout of robotic automation reduce 3 FTEs. Not only reduction, the quality of the data checks and data infusions, and without any human touch. When a corporate share the employee data, which is very confidential, RPA picks it up, it enrolls into the policy without a human touch. And this end-to-end process normally takes 3 to 5 days, which is now it's same day kind of process automation. It's a time saved, so which is definitely a cost, and the FTE required to handle this process has become reduced to 2 instead of 5, just to give you an example.
And sir, how many apps do you currently have? So when I say apps for the customers, apps for your local sales staff, or apps for your employees, overall, how many apps do you have, and how do you handle them, and are they hosted on cloud? If you can talk about that.
Yeah, so we have 3 apps as of now. One is about the customer facing, another one is sales facing, another one is employee facing. That is employee facing yet to be launched, but 2 predominantly facing applications are launched. So customer facing actually ensures all self-servicing without a human touch is fulfilled in a real-time manner, and this through API. Okay, entire hosting of this infrastructure is on an Azure cloud, and we use API gateway to interact with the core insurance systems and respond back. And we have an AI ML layer between to ensure the customer interactions is omni-channel based. And sales area is being transformed using omni-channel. Omni-channel ensures from lead to fulfillment. Is end-to-end processes have been automated. We are in the process of rolling it out for across channels, that is agency, banker, and even partners. And the very initial feedbacks are very encouraging, and we are already sourcing around 300 policies per month. We are scaling to 90% of my policy will come through this particular channel in 2019.
Okay. And sir, you all, if you can share about how technology is playing a role for the CMO's office, for your direct sales staff, and do you also have an app for them? How much of your business is being sourced through the digital channel by the on the field staff? If you can share that.
So through the digital channel, me and CMO co-own their digital assets here in this company. We both ensure the customer journeys, digitized journey would be designed first. We do design the complete design on the board, and then we make an HTML. Then it's going to the coding bed to ensure that to automate. So the customer journeys are decided between both of us in the beginning itself. So that's a co-ownership happens. For our online channel itself, we normally source around 300 policies as of now as a self customer initiated policies, and the onboarding time normally takes 15 minutes because of the lengthier questions, health lifestyle questions, and it's just upload all the document, customers are done with it, and then my back office take over in case of any discrepancies or all those follow-up aspects. Whereas now it doesn't restrict our co-ownership with the online policies, whether it is with sales channel, whether it is customer, any touch point, me and CMOs co-join the entire designs and a digital journey, and then go into the software factory for execution.
Okay, sir. As far as digital budgets are concerned, how is the allocation? How is the allocation of the kind of targets? Do you also share it with the CMO's office, or how is it?
So the digital budgets are allocated in the beginning itself. It is almost average. My 31% of my IT budget goes into digital transformation or digitization or automations. When I call digitization, it's including RPAs to automating the process aspects, which is manual to a digital platform, or onboarding customers or customer self-service. All these assets areas are part of the digital platform. So around 31% of the budget is onto digital transformation.
Okay. And sir, as far as the initiatives taken in 2018, it can be the business initiatives taken, and what were the backup initiatives by the CTO's office, to enable those line of businesses as far as 2018 is concerned?
So 2018 we mostly concentrated on building the platform for sales and building a self-service platform for my customers. So we all finished all those customer side of the project, and now this year we are focusing to roll out the sales platform, which is we call it as omni-channel organization. It is tested, the field is given a positive feedbacks. Now we are on rollout phase.
Okay. So as far as the self-service platform for customers is concerned, can you share some numbers in terms of, so say for example, chatbot, how many interactions have happened over the chatbot, or say for example, if a claim, a policy renewal is concerned, can the customer do it on a self-service mode? Because policy renewal is something where the customer wants to talk to somebody, but these days, even that can be done by sending an SMS which has a link. Then the customer can go on the link and then renew the policy. The payment can also be done because the payment gateway has been enabled.
So what we did is 14 different touch point of services have been automated using the brand name called Reva. Reva is basically a bot, virtual bot, which essentially take the conversational feedbacks and then respond to the customer. We have taken 14 services. The 14 services include, one is renewal, second is getting the fund value, and where is my branch, nearest branch, touch, get a feedback from the sales agent, and also do the need analysis, also understand the product which right fit for me. So what we did is we all put together the entire the lead management as well as the service management. We put it into one particular virtual bot. So today, average monthly, we have 500 conversations. I mean, when I say 500 conversations, 500 sessions happening, in a monthly, and we are able to fulfill almost 5,000, requests per month without a human touch or a human agent involvement required. And their design is start engagement conversational without any human touch, and if need be, and if my bot is not able to answer, so a human assistance will be dropped in immediately. So that's where the design is happening. So there is two touch point. One is sales touch point and then service touch point. Depends upon what is customer is asking. The bot will determine and then ensure that handover happens to the human agent. So that's where it's designed. So we have same bot interfacing my WhatsApp. We were the first one to ensure the WhatsApp interactions in the insurance industry, so that we ensured the same bot is responding to the WhatsApp conversations with our company's unique number.
Okay. And sir, as far as the data localization part is concerned, life insurance is such a business where the data privacy is very important from customer viewpoint. So the government of India will now soon notify the data protection bill, which has this data localization aspect. So as far as future Generali is concerned, can you share what will be the impact and where is the customer data of future Generali currently located, if you can throw light on that?
Sure, it will be definitely insurance industries will be impacted the way we store customer data and we exchange data to our third parties. Surely impact. But we have taken the cognizance and we have started working on it. We are ensured our digital platform or any customer interaction platform is secured or encrypted the data privacy data fields. And our core insurance system is inside the premises, so we ensure that is also secured from the data structure or database perspective. Other major areas, because insurance industry or we all of us share the data to printers, share data for calling, or share data to other areas where we need to ensure reachability of the customer is ensured. So this is the area where we are going to focus now in 2019 to secure and build a platform to ensure the relevant data are acquired by that party only for printing perspective or calling perspective. So the exchanging data outside without a customer consent is not at all permitted. So that's what we are working on.
Sir, if you can also share a little bit more about your partnership with startups, because the last time we spoke, you also spoke about the partnership with startups, and there are a number of startups that you have empaneled as well. So which are those startups, if you can share their names, and in what areas are you working with them? How advanced are your talks?
So last year we created an innovation hub. So this innovation hub means we expose APIs, and my partners there are 5 partners I induct every year. So some of the partners works on AI ML space, which is one of them name could be, if you want to name it's Power Cloud, and we are on Microsoft platform by the back. And other areas where analytics and data information perspective we use, and the power cloud is to detect image and face recognitions from the documents which we collect, signatures we get from across, and data. Basically, not just ISA rows here, intelligent way of extracting data and ensuring and matching to reduce the data entry or reduce the matching of face across the touch point and onboarding processes. The next year we are ensuring the customer is inducted using face recognitions. We are working with Microsoft is also investing in this kind of innovative startups. There are 5 startups working with me on these areas.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.